Another season started for the Boston Red Sox and another opening day loss. Was it all bad though? What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin. The Boston Red Sox have started a tradition of losing opening day. Over the last 5 seasons, the Boston Red Sox have only won one singular opening day, and that was back in 2020. It's been 3 years since the Boston Red Sox have won an opening day, and that tradition continued yesterday as they lose to the Baltimore Orioles 10-9. And yesterday's game was a lot of things. It was hopeful, it was hopeless, it was everything in between. So what we're going to do in today's video is we're going to break down everything that happened opening day, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to talk about what effect, if any, this is going to have on the 2023 season and what we can expect from the Red Sox going forward. But before we get into that, I would like to take a second and thank our partnership for the 2023 Red Sox season. I'm proud to announce that we are going to be partnering with FOCO for the 2023 Red Sox season. Click the link below to gain access to FOCO's inventory. If you do not know what FOCO is, it is one of the most unique and awesome places on the internet to get your Red Sox apparel. They have really cool and creative items like a ton of different bobbleheads like the ones you are seeing above me right now. They also have really fun sweatshirts and merchandise that you can buy, like the Red Sox sweatshirt that I have on right now. It's super comfortable, super warm, and they also wanted to celebrate opening day with us. So in this video, we are going to be giving away this Red Sox sun hat. It's awesome. It's got this floral print Red Sox pattern on the bottom. It's super comfortable, it's a ton of fun, and it's wildly unique, and this is going to be given away for free in this video. All you have to do is comment down below what you think the Red Sox record is going to be in 2023, and you're automatically entered to win this giveaway. No purchase or anything necessary. If you want to do me a favor and check out FOCO's Red Sox inventory, I promise you, you won't regret it. Click the link in the description down below to get started. Thank you to FOCO, and thank you for clicking on this video. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with the positives here, because even in this Red Sox loss, there were some really positive things to take away, and all of it had to do with the offense. The offense yesterday looked really, really good. Masataka Yoshida got his first hits in a Red Sox uniform. He went 2 for 4, had an RBI and a run scored. He looks like he's going to be just fine against Major League pitching. Obviously, this is a super small sample size, but it was a really, really great sign to see him take really long at-bats yesterday and still be very productive at the plate against Major League pitching that he has not seen before. So really great stuff coming from Masataka Yoshida yesterday. Justin Turner got his first hits in a Red Sox uniform. He went 2 for 4 with a walk, 2 hits, and an RBI. Duvall went 1 for 4 with an RBI in his first appearance in a Red Sox uniform. Casas didn't technically get a hit, but had some of the most productive at-bats that I had seen in a while in this game. And even though he did not get a hit, he still ended up with 2 RBIs. Tristan Casas, especially with the guys above him, could end up being an RBI machine this year, especially with how often he puts the ball in play and how often he has really, really tricky at-bats. But again, like Masataka Yoshida, really encouraging signs from Tristan Casas early on here from opening day. Devers was doing Devers things. He was 2 for 5 with an RBI, poking the ball the other way, right? He looked exactly like we were expecting him to look in 2023. Doogie looked really good leading off for the Red Sox. Again, in a super small sample size, he started the game for the Red Sox with a triple off the bat. My only concern with Alex Verdugo as the leadoff man going forward is going to be how little he walks, right? He does not walk a ton compared to how much he strikes out, but if he can keep putting the ball in play like he was doing yesterday and getting on base like he was doing yesterday, he could be an absolutely perfect leadoff hitter for this Red Sox team. It looks like that's what Alex Cora is planning to do, at least against righties. After that, Arroyo also had a couple of RBIs as well. Again, another guy who could be a leadoff hitter at some point here this year. He was a little bit rocky starting off, but he found his rhythm and ended up getting some pretty clutch RBIs towards the end of the game. Christian Arroyo is a guy that we are going to need to see take a step up in 2023 if the Red Sox are going to have a chance at a winning record at the playoffs. And for personally, Christian Arroyo, it's his chance to prove that, hey, I could be an everyday starting player on a major league club. And so for me, Christian Arroyo's in a really pivotal year, and it's really awesome to see him sort of get off to this sort of hot start, right? Again, one game, small sample size, I get it, but we're trying to get key takeaways here, and I think that's one of them. Like I said, the offense looked pretty good yesterday, right? 9 total runs. The Red Sox offense was cooking. One of the things I really like about this Red Sox offense is they don't have a ton of speed, so what they do is they make up for it in station-to-station base hitting, right? If Justin Turner gets on with a single, an infield single like we saw, Masataka Yoshida isn't trying to hit a home run. Justin Turner isn't trying to steal second and then third. They're just going station to station, and it's working out really well, again, in this super small sample size. But this is something we saw all spring training, and this is kind of what we're assuming the philosophy is going to be throughout the entirety of the 2023 Red Sox season. And in my opinion, I think it's going to work out pretty well. The Red Sox were also taking really great ABs. I talked about it with Tristan Casas, but he was not the only one. Everyone was being aggressive to begin the game, but as the game went on, you could see sort of the approach really start to click in, and they were taking longer, more patient at bats. They were seeing a lot more pitches, and it was leading to better outcomes. And one more thing I want to point out about this Red Sox offense that you should be excited about was the fact that over this game, they only had 9 total strikeouts, and that may seem like a lot, but it was also over 5 different pitchers. And to me, that is an improvement over last year already on opening day, right? This may be a bit of an overreaction, but last year they struck out a lot, right? They were a team that was very, very aggressive, especially early in counts and with runners on base, and they ended up striking out a ton last year. Could have been the players that they had in there last year, could have been a philosophy thing, but either way, it looks as though, at least to start the season off, the Red Sox are more patient. They're playing station to station baseball right now, and it's working out. They got a lot of guys who aren't too big for the moment or anything like that, and I think I'm going to be excited to watch this Red Sox offense throughout the entirety of the 2023 season. Regardless of how this team does, I think the offense is going to make this season very, very interesting. And those are the positives to take away from opening day. The offense is really, really good, but what are the negatives and why? It should be pretty obvious where the negatives lie right now with this Red Sox team, especially having watched opening day yesterday. It's the pitching, right? Everyone on the pitching staff was a bit disappointing in their own way, some way more than others that we are going to talk about in a second. But let's start with the disappointment of Corey Kluber on opening day. Now listen, I wasn't expecting Corey Kluber to go out there 7 innings, 12 Ks, and no runs earned, right? I was expecting him to give up some runs. I was expecting it to be a higher scoring game, but to only make it 3 1/3 inning, giving up 5 earned runs and walking 4 people in those 3 1/3 innings is just simply not what you want to see when you're trying to win ball games, right? It's not going to completely take you out of baseball games, but at the same time too, Corey Kluber needs to get better at limiting walks, at limiting damage early on in games if the Red Sox want a chance at winning anything this year, right? Obviously, there was a lot of outside factors that you normally don't see on any season giving day, right? You're not going to have the pressure being the opening day starter every time you get onto that mound. You're not opening at Fenway Park when you're normally on that mound, right? And you're normally not playing in 31-degree weather. So there were some external factors with Corey Kluber, but that simply cannot happen throughout the entire year. I don't think it will. I hope this is an outlier, but I guess we'll see. As for the bullpen, this is where things get really, really rocky in my opinion, right? Corey Kluber got hit around hard, but ended up beating himself. The bullpen was just sort of miserable yesterday. Zach Kelly had a really rocky outing as well. He didn't technically have any earned runs, but 2 of Corey Kluber's 5 earned runs came from a Zach Kelly walk with the bases loaded in the 2/3 of an inning that he was in. He ended up walking 2 batters and allowed those 2 runs to come across the plate. Again, they went to Corey Kluber, but they were really earned by Zach Kelly. Again, with Zach Kelly, I really don't have any problem with Zach Kelly going forward. I think he's going to figure it out and be completely fine, to be honest with you. I really love the fact that after the game, Kenley Jansen sat down with Zach Kelly for 30 minutes after the game ended and just talked with him, right? Talked with him about the game, talked with him about life, and that to me is a really great sign for this Red Sox team. But I truly have faith that Zach Kelly can be a quality major league bullpen arm, and this was more so related to opening day nerves and weather. As for the next 2, there are no excuses for these 2. Ryan Brazier ended up coming in and he had a stat line of 1 inning, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and no Ks. Caleb Bort came in, he went 2 innings, allowed 2 runs, and struck out 1. But hey, Didn't walk anybody though. At the end of the day, in my opinion, these two should not be on the major league roster. It's just as simple as that. We know for a fact that Caleb Bort seems like it's going to be a temporary solution here until Garrett Whitlock is healthy. Ryan Brazier though, at this point, I'm just genuinely impressed as how long he has stuck around on this Red Sox roster. It just doesn't seem like he has any positive qualities anymore. We understand that there were significant unluckiness within his numbers last year, according to this front office, but if you go out there every single time and you were unlucky, you're just a bad pitcher at some point, right? Ryan Brazier to me needs to be off this roster and soon. Hopefully when Brian Bayo and Garrett Whitlock get back into that rotation, you could start talking about, hey, maybe we DFA Brazier, and yes, they will DFA Ort. So it's a temporary problem in this Red Sox bullpen, in my opinion, but it's a problem that we're going to have to deal with for the next couple of weeks. We knew this Red Sox bullpen was going to be shaky, and hopefully they can sort of work around these two basically for the entirety of those 2 weeks without them causing as much damage as they did yesterday, because it's just simply not acceptable, and it's not a way you're going to win games. In fact, the Red Sox pitching yesterday was just simply unacceptable in general. They walked 9 batters, which now ties the most batters walked in a game on opening day in Red Sox history, right? You simply cannot walk 9 people and assume that you are going to be able to win this game. The offense was electric, but the pitching truly did lose them this game. And overall, yeah, I'm a bit concerned with this Red Sox pitching staff, especially for the first 2 weeks of the season, right? Ryan Brazier and Ort are kind of the epitome of this Red Sox bullpen is in a bit of trouble until we get Houck and Cutter Crawford in there. So hopefully, again, they sort of calm everything down. They could smooth everything over in the first 2 weeks of the season when Bayo and Whitlock come back. Hopefully, Brazier or guys like that haven't caused too much damage to the Red Sox record. But I do still have faith in this Red Sox team, because all in all, this was one singular game, right? We can pick it apart, we can break things down, but it was one singular game out of 162. Alex Cora has never won an opening day, and he has a World Series and ALCS appearance in that span, right? It's not the end of the world that the Red Sox did not win opening day. We can talk about things we are concerned with, but to say that the season is over already is just simply overdramatic. This team will be fine. I still have faith. We can reevaluate that faith in June or July. But let me know in the comment section down below, what did you think of yesterday's game? What do you think this indicates for the Red Sox season, if anything? What were your good takeaways? What were your bad takeaways? What were your sort of meh takeaways? Let me know all of your thoughts about Red Sox opening day down below. Don't forget to enter the free giveaway for the Red Sox Sun hat. All you have to do is tell me what you are predicting this Red Sox record to be in 2023. Again, thank you to FOCO. Click the link in the description to find out more about FOCO, and thank you all very much for clicking on this one, and I will see you in the red seats.